welcome back to the channel. I'm AJ and this is Bucking Life Off-Road. We're going on another adventure today. Today we're checking out Tortilla Ranch and Haas 2.0 out off of the Apache Trail. And then maybe later on in the day when we're done, we're gonna hit Tortilla Flat and have some lunch. I got my brother Dave with me today for the last time. He's moving back to New Hampshire soon, so he wanted to come out on one last trail ride. So more than obliged to give him one. So let's go on an adventure and let's check out the Tortilla Flat area, Tortilla Ranch, and Haas 2.0. Well, we're underway. That first ledge you saw us go up is apparently the most difficult part of this trail, and it wasn't difficult. Yeah, it's nice. We got another one coming up here too, so can't wait to go up that one as well. I'm expecting very wet conditions today. It has been raining a lot out here in Arizona, so I'm expecting a lot of mud today. But you can see, like, it's crawling up at no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they are a little bit wet, not bad.
Yeah.
That was a fun little ledge climb. Not too bad. But it is a little wet out here. I don't know if we're gonna run into huge puddles or not out here today. You know, with the amount of rain we've got in the past month, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. We've actually got more rain in the past month than I've seen in the past like 2 years out here, so. And that's a good thing because we need it. Man, you know, with all this cloud cover we get going on today, all the shadows on the mountains look amazing. The majority of Tortilla Ranch sits within the fabled Superstition Mountain Wilderness. I had to launch my drone from outside this area, as drones are not allowed to launch from within, but you can fly over. This wondrous area is located on the south side of Apache Trail, with the Four Peaks Wilderness residing on the north side. With Tortilla Ranch being just over 4 miles long, it makes up a very minuscule area of the over 160,000 acres that make up the Superstition Wilderness. Even today, this place is filled with fabled tales, lore, and mystery. For centuries, this has been considered a very sacred place, and that still holds up to this day. So Tortilla Ranch splits off and goes to what looks like a dead-end vista point. We're not going to go that way right now. We're going to go to the end of the regular trail, but we might go out there on the way back. I have not decided yet because we got to do Haas 2.0 as well, so I don't want to eat up too much of the day so we can get to Tortilla Flat and eat at the end of our adventure. across our first gate. I got the gatekeeper opening it up for me. Trail's pretty slick in some areas. It's pretty muddy. So if I'm not mistaken, we've hit the old ranch that was down here. I do see some fresh bales of hay over there within the corrals. And boy, these views out here are great. I mean, they're always great out this way anyway. But you know, you get some plastic water pools for the cattle. I haven't seen any cattle yet though, that's the thing. And you can definitely tell that there was once a fire out this way. I'm not sure what those two pieces are that look like an old clothesline. I'm not sure what the function of that was. But obviously this is part of the old ranch. We're already almost at the end of the trail. And you know, it's only like 4 miles long. But yeah, without a doubt, absolutely gorgeous out here. Super muddy, that's okay. It makes it a little bit more fun. Nothing too deep or serious where you're gonna get stuck, you know. Just a little slick. And they found another structure over here. This could have been the old water tank for the cattle. I don't see any external troughs, but probably on the other side amongst the brush. And what we got here? Old well. Yep. There's 1928 on it. Not a bad area though, huh, Dave? Yeah. It's nice out here. Yeah. All right, well, we get to the end of Tortilla Ranch. Right at that water tank behind me, you see, is the end. Pretty quick trail, pretty fast. Two things to see out here. The ranch, okay, the old ranch, and the views. And that's really about it. You can see this sign right here says Peter's Trail, and that is a hiking trail that goes on in through the canyon. And it looks amazing, but we're not gonna hike that today. And it looks like it goes a very long ways. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back out. We gotta go back out the same way we came in. We're gonna hop back on Apache Trail, and then we're gonna go hit the Hoss Trail and see how that one does. And that one is also in out and back. Now we came across a group of 4 hikers, young kids, look to be probably early 20s or so, and they're hiking along this trail. And remember at the end they have that trail called Harry's Trail? Well, they're gonna go out there and they're doing it. They said it's gonna take them 3 days to complete. They staged a car at the end of here and they staged a car at the end of the lake where they're gonna come out from. So that right there is a real adventure. That sounds amazing. We're almost out of Tortilla Ranch, but we still have to go down all those ledges that we went up at the beginning of the trail. Now that weird noise you hear coming from my Bronco is my brakes. It's all the mud and dirt and crap that's in my brakes right now at the moment. Bronco's whining at me. See that? All right, that's the end of Tortilla Ranch. Let's head up the road a piece and get on Haas. All right, we just turned on the Haas. Let's check this trail out, shall we? Well, the sun's trying to peek back out. We're losing some of the cloud cover that we've had most of the day, but it's still only, you know, 58 degrees. So it's nice and cool today. Beautiful day outside. This trail is shorter than Tortilla Ranch, but at the end it's kind of like it looks like a Y. So it goes one way, splits off and dead ends, and then you come back and you go up the other way, part of the Y, and it dead ends. I'm guessing there's going to be some pretty good views at the end of both of those sections. So I'm pretty excited to check them out. You know, and surprisingly enough, Tortilla Ranch was really bumpy in a lot of areas, you know? And not once did my brother Dave go, Jesus! Good job, Dave. Now, I'd say we're about 3/4 of a mile into Haas so far. And it's just been a little bit rocky. There hasn't been any ledge obstacles or anything like that yet. But we'll see what happens when we complete the trail and go on both off-spurs. So earlier, like I said, how the trail comes up and it's like a Y shape. So we're gonna head up to the right now, see what's up there. And then obviously we're gonna come back down around, go out to the other one, and then head back out. Very short trail, but I've never been on it before and I wanted to do it, so that's why we're out here. We've reached the end of the line for this spur, and wow, let me tell you, let me walk out to the edge of this viewpoint over here. This is spectacular. There are a couple little fire rings up here, so if you want to camp up here, you can. Down there looks like an amazing slot canyon you could hike through. That looks incredible. Absolutely no shortage of beauty out here. I'm loving the way those rock formations right there kind of look a little melty and wavy. You can see down there, there's a creek down there. I don't know if that's Fish Creek or not, but it runs all the way through that little slot canyon area over there. Right now we're just kind of walking around and checking the place out. Of course, my brother Dave, he's looking for rattlesnakes and whatnot, but I think it might be a little bit too cool for them today to be out, you know, so they're probably all hiding right now, which is fine. But yeah, what a great camp spot up here. This is beautiful. I'm gonna remember this one, save it on OnX Off-Road, and mark it as a camp spot. And while we're talking about OnX Off-Road, yet another venture I planned with OnX. And if you want to give OnX a try, I highly recommend it. There is a link down in my description, as always. Give it a shot. All right, well, that's the top of this pretty cool offshoot. Now let's head down to the other one on the other side and see what that one has to offer. So there's been a couple little ledges on Haas so far. Nothing too extreme or difficult, but they were definitely fun. One of them you can bypass if you want, but I decided to go down it. The same one I went up. And of course, on camera, it doesn't look nearly as steep as it is, but you know, I scraped coming back down, not so much going up. At this point, we were just about to the top of the rise and the end of the spur. We noticed what looked like a cave in the mountainside you see here, and I was without a doubt excited to see what kind of views were in store for us at the top. Needless to say, we would not be disappointed in the very least. Top of the other second offshoot. What views out here, let me tell you. These views on this one are even better than the other one. We had significant elevation gain on this one, so you know, that's why. See out there, you get views for days out this way. I do have the wide angle lens on, so I know you can see a lot of it, but I cannot do an optical zoom with this lens because it's a prime lens. But you get the gist anyway. Gorgeous. I flew the drone up to a cave we spotted up there. And I didn't really see anything in there on the drone, but I'm gonna have to review the footage and see if I can see anything. I did see soot marks on the roof of the cave. I'd like to climb up in there and see what's in there, but it's very steep and I had no climbing gear with me, so we're not gonna do that today. All right, well, we checked out this area. Let's head back down the Haas Trail, back out, and let's go grab some lunch at Tortilla Flat. Oh yeah, so now we're heading down. Like I said, this one had a pretty good elevation climb. So this one is definitely better than the last one. Not that the other one wasn't good, but this one's far better. Way better views. So I'm looking, and that has to be Brown's Peak, which is part of the Four Peaks Wilderness. Right there in the clouds, with snow on it. It's gotta be Brown's, 7,641 feet. You know, these are definitely two runs that I feel like you should combine. I definitely recommend doing them for a nice, you know, short day off-road. They're both very short, both pretty easy, with the exception of a few ledges that, you know, are moderately difficult but not hard. Definitely check out these two areas of Tortilla Ranch and Haas, H-O-S-S. And if you didn't know, I'm sure most of you do that are watching this video, they're both right off of Apache Trail. So if you haven't done the full length of Apache Trail yet, now that it's open all the way through, you can do that as well. So you make it an absolute full day of awesome off-roading. Big ass boards, unless they fell off the top of the mountain and rolled down.
Yeah, probably millions of years ago.
Yeah. I spotted a Sasquatch. Right there, you see it? Well, that was the end of Haas. We're gonna head down Apache Trail a little bit, hit up Tortilla Flat, and get some lunch. Come along with us, guys. Alright, we've reached Tortilla Flat and we are going to get some food now. This place is hopping, they get some live music, it sounds like. So I'm gonna get the Prospector fried pork sandwich with prickly pear, barbecue sauce, pickle, topped with coleslaw, and a soft potato bun. That sounds good to me. Dave, what are you gonna get?
I'm probably gonna get the gaucho cheesesteak.
Sounds good. So what do you think of the trail today, Dave?
It was wonderful.
Enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I had a blast today too. Didn't I take you to this place to eat once before?
I think so, yeah.
Like when you
I
first
want to go
came
to the
out?
general store and get some homemade fudge.
Oh, absolutely. We'll go to the general store and get some homemade fudge. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like,
Sounds
yeah.
good to me.
Yeah.
That is what I was waiting for right there. Four Peaks Peach Ale. Let's give this a shot. Oh my God. A beer never tastes better than a beer after a trail ride. I don't know if you guys can see, but the walls and the ceilings in here are covered with dollar bills. The whole place. And that's the sight you want to see right there is when the food comes. It is a little dark in here, but that is okay. See all the dollar bills all over the walls? They're everywhere. That's what I always say. Don't be a prick. So you can get mugs in here, you can get shirts, all the tortilla flat merch that you could ever ask for. You can get cowboy hats, belts, knickknacks. You know, they never have my name on these things. Let me see if they have it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, go.
I didn't see you over there. My bad. I guess I just have one of those names that's not popular.
Yeah, look. Bigfoot.
Hey, there you go, Bigfoot. Grab him. Get him. Bigfoot in the house. See, look at all the merch you can get. There's some great shirts. But did you die? No, we didn't die. Boot birdhouses. I could actually spend a lot of money in this place. Alien base. This is just the merch store. Or as the sign says outside, mercantile. So we still need to go over to the general store and see what goodies they got in there. All right, well that's the mercantile shop. Now we're gonna go over to the general store. Dave, you gonna buy your stuff first?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cool shop in here. And you know, you walk out of the store and you see these views. All right, let's head down to the general store. See what they got for some fudge. Awesome live music in there. John Wayne, the Duke. Hang him high, boys, hang him high. All right. Oh, what kind of goodies do we need in here? Got salsas, jellies, candies, prickly pear, peanuts, hot sauce. Heck yeah. Prickly pear candy, which is really good, by the way. Prickly pear jalapeno, prickly pear cacti. Oh God, you're gonna get me out of this place. So Dave gets some fudge. I'm gonna tell myself no because I know I shouldn't. But that was our day, guys. Yeah, tortilla flat for lunch, Haas Trail, and Tortilla Ranch. My name is AJ, this is Buckin' Life, and we will see you on the next one.